The end is near. Having just returned from a sunrise hike in the redwood forest, it is officially time for the final leg of the trip. Today is at last the final day on the road, moving from Santa Barbara, California to Vacaville, California. The remaining 219 miles features a drive on the Big Sur coastline, around the Monterey Bay, bordering the Pacific Ocean until the eventual rise of San Fransisco. The iconic Golden Gate Bridge will be crossed, with the destination finally arrived at shortly thereafter. By the end of today, there will be a new town to call home: Vacaville, California. Working as a traveling healthcare professional is quite a lifestyle shock. Every 3 months brings a new road trip to a new city for a new job and possibly a whole new life. All with the same old Jeep and 13-foot Scamp. For those of you who have been following along from the beginning, you know how this goes. For those of you who are new here, welcome. The California coast. It is still quite wild. When most think of California, the mind conjures up images of Los Angeles. Beaches filled with thousands of tourists, bumper-to-bumper traffic with incessant car horns. Despite an immense state population, it is in many cases only a short drive from a bustling downtown to stretches of coastline without a single building in sight. California spans a staggering 164,000 square miles, big enough to comfortably fit New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia and Maryland within it, with room to spare. There is so much more to this golden state than city skylines and politics. But if the major metropolises are what you seek, it won't be long before the scenery shifts. San Francisco. The core of the 1970s counter-culture movement. The rise of the Beat generation in North Beach. The center for many major civil rights and anti-war protests throughout the decades. It is now home to the world's leading technology hub, Silicon Valley, driven by internet and software firms such as Apple, Intel, Google, and Meta. Its identity continues to shift as civilization is driven forward. And of course, no trip to San Francisco is complete without a drive over the Golden Gate Bridge. In the early 20th century, many people believed a bridge across the strait was impossible because of strong currents, deep water, and frequent fog. But that did not dissuade engineer Joseph Strauss, who was determined to prove them wrong. At the time of its completion in 1937, it was the largest suspension bridge in the world, spanning over 4,200 feet between its towers. Its distinctive international orange color was chosen to improve visibility in fog and complement the surrounding landscape. Today, the Golden Gate remains one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world and a symbol of San Francisco. The discovery of gold at Sutter's Mill in 1848 transformed the population overnight. San Francisco grew rapidly from a small port town into a booming commercial center as miners and immigrants arrived from around the world. As the Bay Area grew on the coast, a sister city began growing not too far to the east, Sacramento. Two major cities, separated by less than 100 miles of golden rolling hills, wetlands, rivers, farmland, and wide open skies. As transportation, shipping, and industry expanded, a new type of town began to emerge outside major city limits, referred to as a commuter city, a city of departures and returns, where every morning begins with purpose and every evening carries stories home. A city that rises before dawn and shines long after sunset, where trains arrive on schedule, roads carry ambition, and sidewalks witness countless footsteps. This is Vacaville, California. Nestled between the energies of San Francisco and Sacramento, Vacaville stands as a community shaped by resilience, heritage, and hometown pride. Founded from the land grant of pioneer Juan Manuel Vaca and officially established in the 19th century, Vacaville grew from ranchlands and orchards into a thriving city, while preserving its small-town character. For generations, its fertile valleys earned recognition as one of California's great agricultural regions, shipping fruit and nuts across the nation. Today, it is home to over 100,000 residents and continues to grow as a center for innovation, biotechnology, education, recreation, and commerce, all while maintaining the welcoming atmosphere that has defined it for over 150 years. Situated along Interstate 80, Vacaville truly is a commuter city, with over 70% of its workforce traveling outside the city for employment. From the air, the town may look as ordinary as can be, but on foot, Vacaville is more than a place on a map. Residents who walk these streets often debate whether the Bay Area or the Sacramento Valley has had more influence on the town's culture and spirit. Perhaps it is a fusion of both, with a beautifully preserved downtown, peacefully secluded nature parks, annual outdoor concerts, community centers, historically crafted architecture, the Vacaville Opera House, authentic Mexican food, a growing list of fine wine bars and taste centers. Its premium shopping outlet including Nike, Timberland, Tommy Hilfiger, Puma, North Face, Levi's, Oakley, and much more. Its downtown was even once considered a critical relay stop on the Pony Express in the 1860s, with dedications thoughtfully scattered throughout. It offers all the amenities for long-term residents and for those just passing through. But its most prized gem was once known as California's most famous roadside attraction, the Nut Tree Plaza. On a hot and sunny morning in the summer of 1921, Helen and Ed Power set up a small roadside fruit stand beneath a walnut tree following a poor harvest year. Located along the old Lincoln Highway, later US 40 and then Interstate 80, it quickly became a popular stop for travelers. Over the following decades, the roadside stand expanded into the Nut Tree Plaza, becoming one of California's most famous roadside attractions, known for its distinctive modern design, family entertainment, and unique shopping experience. It even began attracting wealthy individuals, politicians, celebrities traveling between the Bay Area and Sacramento. During the mid-20th century, the Nut Tree was considered a California landmark. The complex included attractions such as the railroad, toy store, and the celebrated restaurant with its indoor aviary. Many Northern Californians remember it as a special stop on family road trips. The original Nut Tree closed in 1996, ending a 75-year era. Redevelopment began in the early 2000s, and Nut Tree Plaza reopened in 2006 as a mixed-use shopping and entertainment center. While the original buildings were largely replaced, developers preserved parts of the site's heritage, including the Nut Tree Railroad, the carousel, historical displays, and memorabilia. Today, the Nut Tree remains a major shopping and dining destination in Vacaville, while celebrating its history as California's legendary road stop. Chances are this is the first time you have ever heard of Vacaville, California. Towns such as these may not always make the postcards. They may stand in the shadow of larger capitals, financial centers, or famous skylines. Yet they carry a different kind of greatness. The steady rhythm of everyday life. They are places often passed through before they're truly seen. The cities that wake before dawn, when porch lights glow and coffee brews in quiet kitchens. The cities whose train stations fill with determination each morning, and whose streets welcome tired travelers home each evening. Commuter cities are built on connection. They link opportunity to community, ambition to belonging. Their neighborhoods hold teachers, nurses, engineers, artists, shopkeepers, and countless others who keep regions moving. Their parks host weekend soccer games. Their local cafes remember names. Their libraries, schools, and main streets form the fabric of ordinary lives lived with extraordinary care. There is dignity in the daily journey. In the early train, the crowded bus, the familiar highway exit. There is resilience in returning each evening to a place that is more than a stop along the way. A place called home. They are not merely satellites of somewhere else, but communities with their own stories, traditions, and character. Places where people build families, friendships, and futures. Places that remind us that a city's worth is not measured by how many visitors arrive, but by how many lives it quietly supports. They are the heartbeat between destinations, and often the destination that matters most. Moving every 3 months may seem crazy to most, but if they only knew the feeling.